Hello everyone! Are you tired of games that explain things? Try Grand Strategy and 4X, where the tutorials confuse you, the AI hates you, and somehow you still can't stop playing. Here are 15 of the best for you to play in 2025. Let's get into it! Age of History 3 is a surprisingly accessible entry to the grand strategy genre. Think Hearts of Iron 4, but with a simpler mechanics perfect for newcomers. This game lets you explore multiple historical timelines, not just World War II, giving you plenty of freedom to shape the world. While the AI-generated art might look a bit rushed, it's a small issue considering the entire game was made by just one developer. If you're into strategy and history, this is a game that's definitely worth checking out. Endless Legend is a rich and rewarding 4X strategy game that's perfect for players who enjoy crafting unique empires. Whether you focus on economy, population, influence, or military, the game gives you the freedom to shape your playstyle. It features a solid tutorial to guide you through its deep systems, and a wide range of distinct factions that keep things fresh. AI turns are fast, making solo play smooth, and multiplayer is great if you've got friends to join in. If you love strategy and variety, this is a must play. Scenes of Solar Empire 2 builds on the original with smoother gameplay and a solid strategy elements. There's no deep story to follow, so new players can jump right in without missing a beat. The AI is aggressive early on, but tends to stall later, especially with pirates and garrison messing with their plans. Still, the game holds up well with active players and a strong modding scene. Ever wanted to pit a Star Wars against Stargate? You can. It's a fun, large-scale, space, real-time 4X game worth checking out.
Standing by. The shields are breached.
Dominion 6 is one of the most complex strategy games you can play. It's overwhelming at first, with an outdated interface and mechanics that are hard to understand. But it lets you become a god, summon titans, lead frog wizard, and reshape the world however you want. Each faction is based on real-world myth and play in its own way. The game is huge, strange, and sometimes frustrating, yet there's nothing else quite like it. If you enjoy slow planning, wild magic, and strange battles, Dominion 6 offers a truly unique strategy experience. Warhammer 40k Gladius Relics of War is a 4X strategy game set in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. Players choose one of several factions and compete for control over the planet Gladius Prime through exploration, expansion, exploitation, and extermination. Each faction offers distinct units and abilities, encouraging different tactics. The game focuses on combat and resource management, requiring players to balance military strength with technology development and base building. Designed for fans of strategic planning and tactical battles, Gladius challenges players to dominate their enemies and secure valuable relics scattered across the planet. Old World is a historical turn-based 4X strategy game focused on the ancient era. Players take control of a dynasty rather than a single leader, and succession plays a major role. Each turn represents a year, and events tied to characters and families shape the flow of the game. Orders limits how many actions can be taken per turn, creating strategic tension. The tech tree is semi-randomized, and the game features dynamic historical events. With strong emphasis on court politics and legacy, Old World offers a different structure from the historical strategy games. Age of Wonders 4 is a fantasy strategy game that combines empire building, RPG-style customization, and turn-based tactical combat. Players create their own factions using a mix of cultural traits, magical affinities, and physical forms. The world map features cities, landmarks, and ancient ruins, while combat takes place on a detailed hex-based battlefield. Unit gain experience and can be upgraded through various systems. The game supports random maps and scripted story realms. Its empire development focuses on tomes of magic, allowing players to unlock new spells and transformation as the campaign progresses. Humankind is a historical 4X strategy game where players guide a civilization from the ancient era to the modern age by combining cultures across different periods. Each era presents a new choice of culture that affects your strength and abilities, creating a timeline that reflects your decision. The game features a fane system to determine victory, emphasizing achievements rather than domination. City development, warfare, diplomacy, and population management are all key systems. Humankind also use tactical battles on a separate combat layer, where terrain and positioning plays an important role. Victoria 2 isn't a flashy strategy game, but for people who love managing complex economies and politics, this one hits different. You don't just build armies, you manage population groups, political ideologies, industrial output, and diplomatic influence. It's all about shaping your nation during the chaotic 19th century. The UI feels old, and yeah, the learning curve is steep, but once you get into it, there's nothing else quite like it. It's the kind of game that quietly eats up your weekend without you even realizing. Crusader Kings III is a character-driven grand strategy game set in the medieval world where players control a noble dynasty across generations. Gameplay revolves around managing vassals, marriage, alliance, and succession while expanding territory through war, diplomacy, or intrigue. Each character has traits and skills that affect events and decisions, and religion and culture shape how realms are governed. Player must handle internal politics, rebellions, and rival claims to power. The game blends map strategy with role-playing elements and features detailed family trees, lifestyle systems, and dynamic historical events. Hearts of Iron 4 is a World War II grand strategy game where players control any nation and manage its military, economy, and research during the global conflict. The game focuses heavily on army composition, frontline management, and logistics. Players direct production, manage politic changes, and conduct diplomacy with major and minor powers. Air, sea, and land warfare are all simulated, and decisions like forming alliances or launching invasions are require careful planning. Alternate history paths are available through national focuses, allowing nations to follow different ideologies and outcomes. Civilization VI is a turn-based 4X strategy game where players build and expand a civilization from ancient era to the modern age. The game introduced a district system that separates city functions across hex tiles, adding more spatial strategy to urban planning. Leaders have unique abilities and agendas influencing diplomacy and gameplay. Victory can be achieved through science, culture, dominations, or religion. Government policies and civics allows customization, and the map contains natural wonders, city-states, and resources. Civilization VI supports both single-player and multiplayer with regular updates and expansions. Total War Three Kingdom is a strategy game that combines turn-based empire management with real-time battles. Set during the collapse of the Han Dynasty in ancient China, players control warlords seeking to unify the land through diplomacy, espionage, and military conquest. The campaign map involves managing armies, cities, and political relationships, while real-time combat features thousands of units across large battlefields. Characters play a central role, each with their own traits, rivalries, and loyalties. The game offers both a historical and romanticized mode based on classic Chinese literature.
Cavalry, mount up!
Stellaris is what happens when grand strategy goes to space. You start by creating your own alien civilization, how they think, what they believe, even how they treat other species. Then you launch into a galaxy full of mystery, diplomacy, and the occasional space horror. It's a slow-paced game, but super immersive once you get into it. One moment you're making trade deals, the next you're dealing with an AI uprising or a planet-devouring crisis. If you ever wanted to run your own space empire, Stellaris make it feel epic and weird in the best way. Europa Universalis IV is one of those games where you start thinking, I'll just play for an hour, and suddenly it's 3 a.m., and you're deep in a war you didn't plan. You pick a country, any country, and try to lead it through centuries of diplomacy, trade, and sometimes absolute chaos. It looks complicated at first, and honestly, it is. But once it clicks, it's insanely addictive. Whether you're forming alliances or betraying them 5 minutes later, every round feels different. It's the kind of strategy game that really rewards patience and curiosity.